Welcome back to Triple Alpha Sports Talk. I'm Josh. It's Bryce right there. It's Roy right there. Hey, Triple Alpha fans, they finally both decided to show up to hang out with me tonight. Crazy.
Damn straight. I know you said
Yeah.
last week I'd skip just for
Yeah,
hey,
you just
I did skip because I was in Punta Cana having some fun.
remember when I went on vacation, I was still on the podcast crazy, but that's okay. We're
I
not going to
believe
talk
I've
about
done
that.
that many times. Hawaii.
Uh-huh.
So I don't want to hear it.
Oh, I did it in
Super
Guam.
Bowl.
That's the farthest one away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's jump in. Let's talk Super Bowl. Seahawks win the Super Bowl. I don't have the score in front of me. I don't have that many screens on me. Don't
Who
remember the
cares? It
exact
was a
score.
terrible game. Who
But
cares?
yeah,
What
It
the
it just
was
was.
a
I would like to go. I'll go first because I'm gonna go pretty quick on the Super Bowl. I was pretty spot on with how I thought the game would go for the most part. I thought it'd be close early, and it really was. What was it? 9-0 at half.
12-0.
12-0. Okay.
12-0.
Uh, Seattle was slowed down by New England, especially early, and that's kind of what I thought would happen. Now the nerves. I didn't see much nerves from any team really. I wouldn't say the Patriots had nerves. I wouldn't call that why they didn't play well.
I
But I
thought
didn't.
Sam Darnold missed a lot of passes there at the end. They were just a foot in front or a foot behind.
Yeah.
Just,
I mean, yeah, I agree. I don't think he played perfect, but usually when you see nerves, it's like an overthrow, and maybe the JSN one deep when he broke on a it wasn't the route, it was just a free play basically when they were running. Maybe that one was a little bit of a nerve, but I didn't think the nerves got to too many people. But yeah, I the Patriots offensively they just couldn't move the ball, just flat out. They, I mean, their first round pick
Kenneth
left
Walker had
tackle.
more yards than the Patriots offense, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. So, congrats to the Seahawks. They were the better team by far,
by
and I
far.
thought down the stretch they were the best team in the NFL. So, good for them on winning it.
I mean, really, the last 3 weeks has the Patriots really done anything offensively?
No, a
Um,
10-7 win. I mean,
uh,
an 8
well,
turnover
even a couple weeks games into the season, it was Drake May running the ball. That's the only thing the offense they really had. He wasn't really connecting on passes. So they won the Super Bowl. Look, that was my thing. Was I didn't care how many points the Seahawks scored because I don't think the Patriots could have put up enough points.
Yeah,
And that's how I went in thinking it was a slow. I mean, I'm one of them. To me, Super Bowl is more of a they build it up, and the game is never what the buildup is. I mean,
yeah,
may want to have one or two here and there that that are really good, but
yeah.
overall, the Super Bowl is never a
I
great
feel
thing
like
to
it's
watch.
always the NFC title or the AFC title. It's like that's the Super
Yeah.
Bowl.
Well, sometimes it's
And I
hard
think
to
it's
line up the two best teams in the Super
well,
Bowl.
it
Like,
is, and I think maybe because it's not like I said, it's not two best teams usually, and
yeah,
it's a it's a neutral site. It's a different ball game. Super Bowl's never been my favorite.
yeah,
I'm not I could give a rat's ass about the fucking halftime show. The commercials aren't any good anymore. I don't even
That
watch Super Bowl a
Budweiser
whole lot.
commercial was pretty good. That got me fired up.
Really, I didn't even. I'll be honest. I barely watched. I'd watched a little bit of football game, but it was nothing. Like unless you have a team involved in it, I don't think anybody gives a shit overall with the Super Bowl
Yeah.
happens.
yeah.
The Budweiser one had the horse, the Clydesdale with Eagle coming off the back with Freebird playing.
Okay.
That was pretty
Okay.
sweet. That's the one.
Liquid Death had a
I'll have
good
to look that one
commercial
up.
Yeah.
early in the game, talking about energy drinks and stuff. But that one was funny. But other than that, yeah, I
And
didn't see
then
a whole lot.
I wanted to mention the Pepsi Zero Sugar one. I don't know if you guys saw that one with the polar bear where Theo Vaughn had a commercial for it on TikTok that was way better. I don't know if you guys saw that, but he was
No,
like,
but-
you guys saw
you
the
know-
polar bull pick Zero Sugar? Well, we got him in the podcast. He had a polar bear sitting next to him interviewing him.
I think the problem is in the old days, before you guys were born, the Super Bowl commercials were hilarious, but they rode that line. You do that now, and people like freak the fuck out, and that's just stupid. Grow up, people. Just have some fun. That's what sports takes. That's what pisses me more about sports. I don't want to get on the soapbox here. Take politics, everything out of sports. That's not where it should be. It should be about sports, and that's what these big games like Super Bowl, Major League Baseball, all this shit's turned into this big escapade of shit, and who gives a crap?
Yeah, the Doritos used to have some bangers growing up. Those
Yeah.
were my favorite.
Bud Light and Budweiser used to have some of the best
Well, they're so
commercials
expensive
ever.
now. I mean, Jesus,
Well, yeah, but I
like-
mean, you used to see. I mean, they used to do just hilarious ones. But and then you would. I mean, even like hotel. Have some really weird hotel commercials. If you look
Yeah.
those up, those were hilarious. You'd sit there and just watch it because they're hilarious, and you'd think which one was the funniest. Now it's about all kinds of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really have much more to say about the actual game. I mean,
No.
I didn't think that the Patriots were that good of a team. I didn't think Drake May was a MVP runner-up. I think he just played a weak schedule all year, and then it really showed, and that offensive line really showed too.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah,
the
Will
clip of
Campbell had
Campbell.
about the worst game he could possibly have
Yeah.
on
and I
a big
mean,
stage.
as a Bears fan, I really wanted to draft Will Campbell this year, and we didn't. And I'm really glad we didn't because
Well, he's
whenever
not
he
a
did that
tackle.
interview,
He's a guard.
He's a guard.
He doesn't have long enough arms to extend those long. If he played guard, I bet you he'd probably be a really
Probably a
top
good
5 10 guard.
Yeah.
But he's
He'll get
just
better.
not a tackle. That was a
Yeah.
big problem coming out of the draft for him. But yeah, I don't have anything else NFL related. Congrats to the Seahawks, though. I thought best team down the stretch, and they deserved to win, and they did. So good for them.
Yeah, congrats to the fan of the pod, Kyle.
Hey, I do want to
Yep.
put a shout out. I don't know if you saw Brandon Walker. Did you guys see that with John Gruden where he came on and said how the NFC West was a terrible division and there's anybody good at the beginning of the season, and then they brought that back. You should look that up.
That
Yeah.
Brandon
guy
Walker.
gets blamed all the time. Everybody.
John Gruden burned him. It was hilarious. Good for you. I hate Brandon Walker. So
All right. So that takes us into baseball.
it's
We have our
baseball
first-
time.
We have our first division. We're 7 weeks out from opening night now. It's not opening day. It's opening night.
When is the World Baseball Classic though?
March 6th. It's the first Friday of March.
Yeah.
We'll cover that. That'll have to just be like added in. We're not going to but our divisions are scheduled out 7 weeks out, 6 divisions, and then our draft episode. Excuse me, draft
I forgot
episode.
about your episode.
So that's 7 weeks out, and that'll work well because the week that we do it, we'll do it on the Tuesday. It'll post on Wednesday, and then Wednesday night will be opening night baseball. Yankees in San Fran to open baseball world. So let's jump into it. I don't have the script in front of me, so I can't read it like I normally do. So you guys are just going to bounce back and forth.
All right. I'll go first.
By the way, also one of my favorite parts of the podcast that we do all year long is listen to Bryce announce
Make the dyslexic guy read
do
what
these
it
names.
says.
I just love it.
And you got the old guy who can't read these tiny little freaking letters that.
I blow them up as big as I can.
Gosh, all right. So in 5th place, I'll read for it started last year was the Colorado Rockies. They were 43 and 119. Their additions this year were Willie Castro, Jake McCarthy, and Michael Lorenzen. They have no subtractions, which they probably should have thought about that when they sucked ass last year.
They didn't lose anyone of value, so I just left it blank.
Well, I'm not going to read every goddamn player because I don't really care about the freaking Colorado Rockies. But you got Tovar, the shortstop. You got Goodman, the catcher. Beck, their left fielder. Doyle, their center fielder. Castro, the third baseman. McCarthy, their right fielder. And then their pitching staff. Freeland, Lorenzen, Dolander, Gordon, and Feltner. And their closer is Vodnik. Right? Vodnik?
Yep.
With Bernardino and don't know the other guys.
Keegan Thompson, he was a Cub for a while.
Yeah.
Keegan Thompson. So and then I do have an injured player. I didn't know he still played.
I
Chris
didn't know
Bryant.
he was still
I thought he was done.
No,
I
he's
really
still
did.
there. He's collecting
How long
that check
is
for
it?
30 mil.
Well, for how many more years? Jeez.
Probably like another 4.
Gosh. But that's the team, Colorado. They have not improved much, I don't think, of the team. So, are we talking about each team, or are we just going to go down?
Briefly. Obviously, this one can be a little bit more brief. Yeah, I'll go first. They just don't have a lot. It's not their time yet. They've got to continue to be bad. They've got to continue to draft well. They really need to hit on some hitters. It's just a hard place to pitch. If you go and put some of the best pitchers out there, they're going to struggle in Colorado. You have got to build the lineup, and then at that point, just piece it together and hope. There's just nothing you can do. You could go get an ace, and he could struggle there. That's just how it works. So I think Colorado just has to build just a lineup, but they just need to be bad, and they need to hit on some picks because they haven't.
Yeah, I agree. It's just such a tough park to play in. The ball just flies at that altitude. So anybody goes out there and hits home runs. The pitchers all have like a 4 ERA is like an average ERA for a pitcher in Colorado. So
So
You can win in Colorado, though. They've proved in the past they could do it.
yeah,
They just have not done well with their trades. They trade their star players, and they're not getting back
no,
the quality they need to. They're not
Nope.
drafting well. They've just not done what they needed to do to win.
yeah, it's an organizational problem.
Yes, it is, and it's a great location. I love Colorado. I've never been to Rocky Stadium. I'd like to. That's one place I will be going to. But that team just needs Coors Field. That's what I meant. They're just a good place. That's a good place. You want to win there. But they just been bad, and they're in a hard division.
Yeah,
and it's going to get worse.
Yeah, that plays into it. I mean, are they whatever in 119 bad?
Yes,
I would say no, because I don't think a team can be physically that bad. But when you're playing the Dodgers every other night,
Yeah, but they weren't winning. They weren't winning against bad teams. I
agree, but still.
All right. Moving on to the team that finished fourth, the Arizona Diamondbacks at 80-82. They had a couple decent additions, I think. Carlos Santana, Nolan Arenado, Jonathan Lasagna, Michael Soroka. And then they lost Jake McCarthy and Zach Gallen. They have a lineup
for now. Zach Gallen's gone for now. Hasn't signed, but I have to put him as he's not there yet.
Yeah. They have a lineup of Perdomo, Ketel Marte, Corbin Carroll, Gabriel Moreno, Pavin Smith, Nolan Arenado, Carlos Santana, Jordan Lawler, and Alec Thomas. Their pitching staff has Merrill Kelly, Ryan Nelson, Eduardo Rodriguez, Brandon.
Say it. Oh, God.
Pivot. There's no way that's Pivot.
I'm telling you it is.
It doesn't look like it, no.
I'm telling you it's Pivot.
And Michael Soroka that they got from the Cubs. And then their closer is Sal Frank. They have Ryan Thompson, Andrew Hoffman. I don't really know much more of these names in their bullpen.
Yep. Do they not have Montgomery anymore?
No. He's
they
not
traded him?
No, he signed a 1-year deal 2 years ago. He pitched and then basically missed the rest of the season. And then last year he needed Tommy John. Okay. So I don't think he's officially back yet. And I think he's just a free agent.
I thought they signed him, but I just didn't know.
Yeah. I'll go on the Diamondbacks. I think this is a team that a few of us had high expectations last year. Really just didn't play well in the first half.
They had a lot of injuries too, though. Ketel Marte going down early. He's the best second baseman in baseball.
I agree, but when you get down like that, you look at the division they were in. They weren't out of it, but they had needed to go on one of those runs. And at that point, they had a few expiring contracts. You look at Eugenio Suarez, dealt him to Seattle. They dealt another Josh Naylor, dealt him to Seattle. So I didn't hate the idea that if you didn't think you were going to make it, you sold some pieces. So that to me the lineup looks a little bit weaker than it has. That's why. Still got a lot of exciting players. I mean, you look Corbin Carroll, all-star. You look Ketel Marte. I agree with you, Bryce. Best second baseman in baseball. Nolan Arenado, good glove. I mean, good glove at third. That you'll get. What do you get with the bat? I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, probably.
Might light it up for a year or two.
But I was going to say, you never know. Like, if he's got that good of a glove, what if he runs into, 30? You'd take it, whatever.
Jordan Lawler is a huge upcoming prospect. I mean, he played last year, but.
Yeah, so I like the direction of the team. I don't love the pitching staff, if I'm going to be honest. I think it's weaker. Do I think this is the top team in the National League? I don't quite, frankly, at this point. But I still think that they could rattle off some streaks and find their way in, and at that point, you never know. So, but I think it's a little bit weaker of a team than we thought last year.
Yeah, I think with the Diamondbacks, they're going to have the same issues they had last year. I think they have a pretty good lineup, but they just don't have the pitching to go along with it. I mean, they had a game where they came back 15 runs. You just can't do that and be sustainable baseball. So I can't believe they didn't add a big pitching name. I don't think their bullpen's good. I think they have an okay starting rotation, and that's about it.
I agree. I mean, this team has potential, and I like Josh. You're right. They're gonna. There'll be some. They may win 5-6 series in a row and be like, and everybody's going, well, man. But then they're the type team at the end of the year that you're sitting there going, they're 30 games back because they didn't. They just didn't have the pitching. They don't, and they may make. They're just a team that I feel like they gather these young kids. They try to throw some veterans around them, and they like to trade some of these veterans that they don't need anymore to get some more younger guys. I think that's a well-run organization. They haven't built it up enough yet. Pitching's the biggest problem. They're going to have to do that at some point. But they do have some young players that are really good. And in a normal division, I think this team would be probably in better position. But I mean, the NL West is just
loaded
dogfight every fucking night. So
I agree.
That's tough. All right, so I'll move on to the third place team, the San Francisco Giants. They finished 81-81 last year. Additions, they had Luis Ariz and Harrison Bader. I guess I did not know they signed Harrison Bader.
2-year deal, like 2 years, 20.
Subtraction, Verlander, which they just got him at the trade deadline, didn't they? And
no, he was there all year. He didn't play
much.
I think he got hurt and he didn't play like most of the second half or something.
He's still in the league.
Just signed with the Tigers today.
He's 40. You have his age here, so I'm gonna look it up.
43.
43.
Yeah. He just signed with the Tigers on a 1-year deal today as we record this. So I anticipate this being his farewell tour. I don't know how much he'll play in Detroit,
he can't do too much. This team's, I think, as a lineup, it's got you Ariz, you got Devers, you got Chapman, you got Holy, you got Ramos, Bader, I think, and Bailey as a catcher.
Adames.
I missed him. Adames.
Yep.
Willie Adames, and then your pitching staff, which I don't think is that bad. Webb, Ray. Hauser, you got some older guys. Let's see. Was it Tyler Mahle?
Tyler Mahle.
And then Landon Raup. Younger guys. That looks like he was drafted. Their bullpen, they've always been decent. I'll go first with this. They've always been decent. Their closers, Ryan Walker. Home guy. This team, I had higher expectations for them last year than I think I do this year. But I do still think this team has potential. I mean, it's a well-run organization. The pitching has been their downfall lately, in my opinion. I'm hoping they got some free agents here in the bullpen, some in the starting rotation, some older guys to kind of help it, because this lineup to me can compete with the two other ones we're getting ready to talk about. I mean, some points, not the Dodgers. You got to get some pitching to go with them, but this team I think can take a step if they can just really learn how to win and beat these better teams. They can do really well.
Yeah, go ahead, Bryce.
Yeah, I think this lineup is unbelievable. They have such an old bullpen. I mean, 29 Logan Webb I think is pretty good. Robbie Ray's not, but still Robbie Ray. And then you have 31, 33, and then their bottom pitcher is 27. That's not too old, but whenever you have old pitchers like this, then you start getting injury prone, and then they can't go as long. And I just don't think that's a winning style of baseball, especially in this division. I think their bats can run with anybody. I think they have a great lineup. Everybody in that lineup can hit, in my opinion, and they can all hit for power besides Luis Ariz, and he's going to be leading off, getting on base. So I think it'll be a great lineup. It's just, can the pitching hold up with how old they are, and what are you going to get out of them?
Yeah, I agree. One thing they've always had in their bullpen, they've always had those Taylor brothers, right? God, now I can't think of the Rogers brothers. Sorry, excuse me. Tyler Rogers and Taylor Rogers. And Tyler Rogers is that funky guy that throws it off the ground.
Yeah.
So they've always had some deception down there. And this year I feel like their bullpen's really bad. I feel like they've really taken a step back. I look at the lineup, and I agree with Roy. I really like the lineup. I think they have a good defensive lineup on the left side of the infield, at least. And I really like their first base prospect, Bryce Eldridge. Absolute top power hitter. I mean, he will hit the ball into that McCovey Cove. I'm curious to see what they do with him and Devers and how they DH and all that. But I think this team can compete. 81-81 is about what I look at. I think they're a 500 team. Could they be better by 5 games? Sure. Could they be worse by 5 games? Sure. It's all going to depend on the pitching. But if they can get something out of those starters, this team could take a little bit of a next step. But it's all going to depend on their pitching. Yep.
Yeah,
that's all I got.
So the next team, the second place San Diego Padres, they added Miguel Andujar, Sung Mung Song, and Tristan McKenzie. And then they lost Robert Suarez, Nasty Nestor, Luis Ariz, Dylan Cease, Ryan O'Hearn.
Yeah.
They have a lineup of Fernando Tatis Jr., Jackson Merrill, Manny Machado, Ramon Moreno, Gavin Sheets, Xander Bogaerts,
Did Bogarts.
Cronenworth, Miguel Andujar, and Freddie Furman. Their starting pitching is Michael King, Nick Pivetta, Joe Musgrove, Randy Vasquez, J.P. Spears. Closer, Mason Miller. They have Adrian Morejon, Estrada's in there, Wandy Peralta, and Yuki Matsui.
Yep.
So I'll go first on this.
What was their overall last year?
Their overall last year was 90 and 72.
Okay, thank you.
This team is pretty good to me. I mean, I think I could see them being just about as good as they are last year, but I do think that they lost more than what they got back in the offseason. So do they win 90 games again? I don't know. It's also a really hard division. So I could see maybe like Arizona or the Giants stealing some of the wins away from them whenever they're playing a bunch. But I still think this team's a great team. I think their pitching's good. Their starting pitching. They have a great closer. A couple bullpen pieces. I think bullpen will probably be their hardest tackle besides Mason Miller. That guy's a stud. And then their lineup will be great too. They're just not going to have that leadoff hitter who's always on base with Luis Ariz anymore.
Yeah. You want me to go next?
Go ahead, Josh.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you, Bryce. Do I think this team's better than they were last year? No, I do not. Do I think this is still a really good team and could be a playoff team? Absolutely, I do. Manny Machado is still a stud at the older age that he's gotten. He's really not really digressed much. Fernando Tatis Jr. is streaky, but we know when he's on, he's one of the most electric players in the sport. I think they lost some on that starting rotation. That's the one thing that scares me. Dylan Cease is very polarizing. Yes, he looked terrible one game, but he'd also strike out 12 and give up one hit the next game. So you steal some wins there. I feel like they lost that. Joe Musgrove is like 37 or 35 at this point, coming off Tommy John. I don't know what you can expect. I like King and Pivetta. I love King, obviously, me and Roy do. But outside of those two, I really have a lot of question marks. And the bullpen's good. They got worse, but they were loaded last year with bullpen. So they're almost back to what a good bullpen would be. Mason Miller's the best closer in the sport. Even if he doesn't have the best stats, he's the best closer. Do I think this team's a playoff team? I do. But I do think their ceiling drops a little bit with some of those starters not being there. Now, if they add something at the deadline, maybe, but not right now.
I agree. This lineup will hit, and they'll do score runs. This starting pitching is, I mean, you lost Dylan Cease. I mean, I like Michael King, but he's not a true top of the line arm. Joe Musgrove's good, but I don't think he can carry it the whole season. It's just that starting pitching is gonna hurt him, and then the bullpen's average, or it's gonna be good. But if you can get it to Mason Miller with the lead, I agree. Mason Miller's the best closer in baseball. He's capable of doing it, but getting to there is going to be question marks. How are you going to build that? Gets the good teams. You might be able to beat Colorado and beat some of these other lower teams. The Marlins and stuff. But the problem is, then you're playing Dodgers and Giants, who it's a battle. Do you have enough to do it? And some problem with some of these hitters, even Tatis and some of them, they get injured too easy. Machado, and then they go through slumps so bad that it's just like, where have they been?
Yeah, definitely got some streaky hitters on that team.
Yeah, but they are good.
Yeah,
good hitters. So that's I agree. I think 90 wins is a little high for him, but that's my opinion.
Yep.
Well, then we'll go with the first place team, the World Series champs, the Los Angeles Dodgers, who finished 93-69, which was a lot less wins than everybody thought it would be. Yep. But then guess what? We'll just reload. Additions. You just go out and get Kyle Tucker and Edwin Diaz as a closer. Your subtractions are Michael Conforto, Enrique Hernandez, Kirby Yates, Clayton Kershaw, who was retiring, which we knew that was going to be. I mean, you look at this lineup. Gosh, I mean, Ohtani, Betts, Tucker, Freeman, Smith, Muncy, Hernandez. What's that? I never get that. Paez, and then Kim. I mean, that's
a National League All-Star team. 1 through 6.
I mean, that's just ridiculous.
1 through 8, 9, maybe even
1 through 9. I mean, you got to think your second baseman's Kim. I mean, it's
Tommy Edman will get in there at times. I know he's not on the starter because I think he's injured. But he also
can hit the shit out of the ball too.
Kike Hernandez is not on this roster. I would be shocked if he doesn't find his way onto this roster at some point.
I mean, you got Rushing, Freeland, Royas, and Call as their bench, but I mean, they got nothing. Then you go to the starting lineup or the pitching. Moto, Snell, Glasnow, who I think is really good. Ohtani.
Yep.
Sheehan and Sasaki. Okay, so and then you end it with Diaz as your closer, Tanner Scott. I mean, you got
who they paid the most money in the sport to be their closer last year.
Yeah. Tanner Scott. Yeah. So I mean,
you have Alex Visa, who was also a closer. Trinian,
who was an All-Star, was a World Series closer for him and stuff. So yeah, I mean, this team they reloaded. And their injury is Tommy Edman. So this team reloaded, which, listen, until they change the rules, Dodgers are doing what they can do. And
I agree.
Good. That's what an owner who wants to win, that's what they do.
I agree.
This is what they're going to do. And you got to match them. And the problem is this team is just loaded top to bottom. And if one of these guys get hurt, guess what? The trade deadline. They have the prospects. They've done well in trades and then drafting. They'll trade them away for what they need. So hats off to the Dodgers. You're 93 wins last year. I don't see any way how they don't win at least 100.
Yeah,
and,
I agree.
110.
I mean, I just think you got to get to 100. I mean, they might get some injuries, which that hurts, but like they did last year. But they still possible.
They're the best bench in baseball. Not even just the lineup. It's insane. I'll go a little bit on them. I for real think this team will win 110 games because last year they didn't play good together. I didn't think they just won a lot of games, especially early on, because they had better players. They weren't playing good baseball though.
Yep.
They went out and added All-Star Kyle Tucker, who I didn't think had a good second half of the season, but he's still an MVP candidate.
Kyle Tucker,
Edwin Diaz, and then
maybe the second best closer in the sport.
Yeah, and then. In my opinion, they were also playing in the hardest division of baseball last year. Yeah. Every one of those teams regressed. I don't think any one of those teams got better. I don't think any of us said that any of those teams got better. So they're going to win more games in the division as well. So to me, it's 110. I don't think there's any way they are under 100 for sure. But it's going to be hard to even see this team lose.
Yeah, I mean, you guys nailed all the points. I mean, it's just the greatest team that's ever been assembled. Now, will they win the World Series? I don't know, because baseball is that sport that maybe sometimes the best team doesn't win, the hottest team wins. The last 2 years, they've won the World Series. Does some of that roll into, them getting a later start? I don't know. They do have some older players. I look at Mookie Betts. I don't think Mookie Betts is quite the same player he was, 5 years ago when he first got there in his Red Sox days. Is Freddie Freeman the same player that he was 3 years ago? Maybe not.
Probably not, but
they have so many reinforcements that it's going to be able to cover it. It would take like a major regression from a group of guys for me to feel like, okay, maybe they're down to a playing level. But this team is by far the best team ever assembled on paper, and they should run the table.
Do they get? Here's a question: that the all-time winning regular season MLB record is 116 games. Do they get to that?
I say no because, we look at Glass now. Me and Roy have watched Glass now.
I love him, but he gets
unhittable when he plays. But he has had so many injury history. There's just no avoiding it almost at this point. Like, he's going to get injured. They don't have to rush him back. So, they're a little bit more – oh, am I gone?
Nope, you're here.
You're still
there. Can you hear us?
Am I back?
Yeah,
we can see you. Hear you.
Oh! You guys pause and go black for a little bit. I think I thought I froze. My bad. they don't have to rush him back or anyone in that regard. So sometimes, instead of winning 6 games that week, do they win 4, because they're not rushing anyone back. So I don't know if they break it. But I mean, on paper, yeah, they're good enough to break it. I'm not saying that.
Oh,
but,
yeah. I mean,
their 7th hole hitter was an MVP candidate 3 years ago.
I just think this team, they're going to push that. You talk 110, I say over 100, but 110 is where they're looking at.
Yep.
Because they're a type of team that will coast towards the end. Get that lead, and they don't care. They'll just coast and get their players rested and do things.
And then turn it on.
Yeah,
I mean.
Which they have that. Yeah, they have this. They have the resources to do that.
All right. So we went over all the teams, gave our thoughts. So let's go over our standing predictions.
Okay.
From bottom to top. Bryce, you want to go ahead and go first?
Yeah, mine's going to be pretty quick because starting bottom to top, I'm going to have the exact same order. Colorado last, Arizona, then Giants, Padres, Dodgers.
Okay. Roy?
See, I want to go that way. I don't trust the pitching of the Padres. So I'm going to go Colorado, and I want to change it up a little bit, Arizona, and then I'm going to go San Diego, San Francisco, Dodgers.
Okay,
Yeah,
I already had mine pre-selected. I am in the same agreement of you, Roy. I am going to flip San Diego and San Francisco. The only thing that scares me about San Francisco, putting them at third, is their general manager is playing a video game. That's all he does with his job. And he's going to make some massive trade that we're not looking for. I don't know what it'll be. And that scares me. I mean, if you would have said Mason Miller would have been a Padre at the deadline, I said, you're crazy. He's got 3 years of control. He's not getting traded. Bang. They throw the number 2 prospect in the entire sport for Mason Miller for 3 years. So I don't know what this guy does. This guy's crazy. I love it. I love him.
Yeah,
but,
and then they're poor as shit, and they're talking about how they can't afford anything out there.
I mean, but they're signing Xander Bogaerts to $400 million. I don't know.
Yeah,
I love it. I love AJ Preller. He's a literal guy playing a video game. It's awesome. But I do think San Francisco is a better lineup than them now. Excuse me, a better pitching rotation than them. But I think the lineup's still in San Diego. But I'm going to flip them. I have San Francisco in second. That's really all I got. I'm going to write them down. I just don't have my computer in front of me, so I'll do it tomorrow or whatever. But I'll keep track of all our standings. We are going to do MVP predictions and Cy Youngs and all that. We're not going to do that. We'll do that on our draft day. So that'll come right before the season starts. But yeah, I think we just got we got college
basketball.
Yeah. And breaking news, Illinois did lose tonight, Roy, in overtime.
I was watching it. So that's what I was watching. And I had a couple buddies text me during that. All right. So number one, let's do, I know you did the top 25 last week. I'll just do the top. I'll do the top 15.
Yep.
All right. Arizona 1, lost last night. Michigan 2, play tomorrow night. Houston 3, they're playing right now. Duke playing right now. They're 4. Iowa State at 5. Connecticut 6. Nebraska 7, who just lost tonight. Illinois 8, who just lost tonight. Kansas 9. Michigan State 10. North Carolina 11. Gonzaga 12. Purdue 13. Florida 14. And Virginia 15. North Carolina just lost tonight too, so we're getting into the dog days of the season. I mean, right for the tournament. This is when your schedule gets tough. You're playing your conference teams who have scouted you. I mean, they've got 12 games to scout on you, so you're kind of figuring teams out. A team that you didn't talk about I know you mentioned last week, St. Louis, man, 23-1. That team is legit. If you don't remember Indiana State a couple of years ago when they made that run. Their coach went there last year. They should have made the tournament last year, in my opinion. They got, I can never remember his name. The dude with the glasses.
Avia or whatever. I know. Yeah. Glasses boy.
They called him, what they call him when he's in a tournament, they had a nickname for him. But, dude, that dude can play. Yeah. That's a good team. They're in a weak conference, but that team can play. Don't give it up. And then Miami, Ohio, 24-0. Weak schedule. Haven't played anybody with a I think a Kim Palm in a top 30, I think is what I read. Yeah. So they're 24-0. Let them keep winning, get a high seed, and get their ass beaten by teams. But these two, Big 10, Big 12, ACC, SEC, those teams, those conferences, Big East are really got some solid teams. It'll be a fun tournament. We're a month
It
away
is.
from tournament. Month away from tournament.
Yep. I agree. It's gonna be fun. Yeah, Illinois had no problem with them losing to Michigan State. Shouldn't have lost. I mean, just awful referees. But I'm not a person that complains about refs, so shouldn't have lost tonight. Probably didn't watch the game, so I don't know why. Gave up 80 something in overtime or 90, which is quite a bit, but overtime I don't know. Definitely missing Boswell the last 2 games is what I think. But you know what? I have no problem with them losing a few games here, and figuring out what they need to work on. Get Boswell, no problem. Would I like them to win? Yes, but no issue.
Because we got Illinois, Michigan in 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's
2
like
weeks from Friday. 2 weeks from Friday.
Is it in the month of February? Or does it go into March?
February 20th. It's February 27th. Because I was gonna go. I was gonna go to the game, but it's gonna be a regional championship night for my nephew Reed, and probably playing KZ at KZ. I probably just.
Yeah, that'll be a good one.
I was told I really can't go.
Yeah.
So.
Well, the next day you're going to be coming down here, so.
Yeah, I probably need to rest a little bit too. Get my belly ready for that stupid ass Waffle House challenge.
Yes, sir.
February 28th.
Yeah,
February 28th.
Last day of
I
February.
can't wait to stop in, have one waffle, and leave.
Yeah.
That's probably all I'm going to do. So
Josh
we'll
told me he's doing 20. So
I'm doing 4.
20. You have to at least do 15. I can't do all of it, man. I'll throw up.
Come on.
10 times.
You're an animal, Roy. You're an animal. You woke up this morning to drive to see me for work for 20 minutes.
Yeah, no. Back. I drove for a freaking military ID is what I drove.
Funny.
And we just had time to kill. That was this morning at freaking 8 o'clock this morning.
Yeah, I'm at work since 6, and Roy and Lauren walk in at 8 in the morning. I go, hello, guys.
We were just waiting for the ID.
I switched last week.
Yeah, no, we were only there for 20 minutes.
Yeah, but I was like, hi, Lauren.
Yeah, had to get her ID. So.
Yep. All right, miscellaneous.
Miscellaneous. So I got a question for you. This is odd thing. The top 10 colleges that have produced the most NBA players.
Ooh, okay. I think we could do good on this
one right off the rip.
All right, hold on. So there's 10. How many strikes do you want? Because some of them are easy in my opinion, some are hard.
3 strikes and we're out, so we really get 2.
Okay, 3 strikes, you're out. So,
all right, Duke and Kentucky right off the bat.
Yep.
Duke is number 4. Kentucky is number 1.
Yep. UCLA
is number 2.
Okay.
I actually think Michigan might be on there, Josh.
Michigan is number 8.
Yep.
This isn't a guess, but I kind of think LSU's produced a lot.
I mean, Shaq and Ben Simmons, I can tell you, but after that, I don't know.
Yeah. We'll save it. We'll come back.
I look at someone like an old school, like, UConn might be on there, Bryce.
Yeah, UConn's probably there.
Is UConn on there?
UConn is not on there. So that's your first strike. You said Kentucky, UCLA, Michigan,
Duke.
I lost connection. I didn't hear anything.
No.
You've said Kentucky, UCLA, Michigan, and Duke.
So UConn was not on there. That's when
UConn is not on there. Nope, UConn is not on there. That's your first strike.
Okay, Bryce. This is me. Bryce, this is me and you talking.
On there, Josh.
What?
North Carolina.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I was just about to say North Carolina.
North Carolina's number 3.
Do you think like Villanova or Marquette's on there?
Marquette, I would say no. But I think a team's up there like St. John's. I think a team's like Georgetown back in the day.
Yeah.
You got to think of teams, traditionally good teams.
Yeah.
I really think Villanova might be there.
Villanova might be on. But, man, outside of their like –
Gonzaga's got to be on there.
Yeah, I would think Gonzaga's on there.
Gonzaga's number 10.
Ooh.
That was close.
I would think Arizona might be on there as well, Bryce.
I was thinking Arizona as well.
Arizona.
Can't think of it.
Arizona's number 7.
How many we got left?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You got 3 left. You've mentioned one. I'll give you one.
I think it's I think it's Georgetown, in my opinion.
Okay, that's fine.
No, Georgetown is not
Damn
on
it.
there.
I said Georgetown, and so it's either Villanova or St. John's. It's
Yeah.
probably Villanova.
We already said Villanova, didn't we?
No, you didn't. You said it, but you never. Is that your guess?
Oh,
Villanova.
Villanova.
Villanova's number 9.
Yeah, man, that's incredible. That's
So you got
impressive.
2 left, and these are 2 traditional
I think
basketball programs.
Bryce. I wouldn't be surprised if Indiana's on here.
Yeah, Indiana.
Indiana's number 6,
Yeah.
and you're missing one of the big programs,
What are the big ones?
I mean, I think of like
the
ACC,
Blue Bloods.
What?
Blue Bloods, Kentucky. USC's not on there. USC, UCLA. I don't think maybe it's Michigan State.
Michigan State. Maybe they have like a lot of role players coming.
Yeah,
out.
but they still made it.
Yeah. Keep going through them.
I mean, you gotta think like Magic, Draymond, like all.
Denzel Valentine.
I like Michigan State.
Okay.
Is that your guess?
I don't know. Not after you say it that
Not
way.
now.
No.
Keep going through the Blue Bloods.
Arizona. I'm trying to go by the conferences. When I think of the ACC, I think of Duke. I think of UNC. Syracuse, but there's no chance they're on there.
God, you're missing one. I can't believe you can't.
Kentucky, maybe Louisville, but man, I don't know a whole lot out of Louisville. ACC. That's really all I can think of. It Georgetown, we already said it's not St. John's. I don't think. Then I go to the SEC. I think of Kentucky, Tennessee, but they really haven't creased many NBA players. They've been
Like
good college
Florida?
teams. Ooh, Florida.
That doesn't seem like a big one that we're missing though.
Yeah, Bradley Beal. That like one group of guys and like Joakim and them, but not. I mean, I don't know a whole lot outside of those areas.
Purdue.
Then I go out west. I think of USC.
Purdue?
I think of UCLA. Oh, Purdue. But they don't create a crazy amount of NBA
It's
players
gotta be
either.
the big man that we're missing. They're always a number 1 seed.
Yeah, Purdue's not a bad guess. But man, who in the world? I mean, if I think about Purdue, I can think of like 1 or 2 guys like the last 3 or 4 years each. Of all the names we've said, Bryce, what's your favorite guess?
Probably Purdue.
Okay, Purdue.
And
Hold on. If I was to take a guess myself, I would have said Florida.
And
Hmm.
you're missing Kansas.
Oh my God! I never went to the
Kansas
Big 12.
number 5.
Oh my God! Yeah, that's a brutal mess. Oh man!
I kept saying Blue Blood. I thought he'll get to because the 4 that usually play they call
Kansas,
Blue Bloods:
Michigan
Kansas,
State.
Kentucky, Michigan State, and Duke. And I'm like, he's gonna get to it. At
Oh
some point.
my God!
And you never even mentioned it.
I literally watched the entire Kansas Arizona game 2 nights ago, or last night for us. But
That's tough.
that's tough. Okay, I'm gonna go to my game. Oh, that's gonna make me sick tonight.
What?
That I missed Kansas. All right, you guys hear me?
You won't sleep.
Yeah.
All right. Again, six questions. We're gonna go down, and we're into the baseball world.
Gosh.
All right.
I cannot believe I
I-
literally got out on the first one last week and then
Well,
won.
Bryce, in your defense, okay, I was listening to the podcast, and when he said the White Sox, I was thinking of players in my head, and the first 4 that popped in my head were none that are on the team anymore.
That's exactly what happened to me.
And I was like, shit, I don't know who's on the team.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
So that's what I'm worried about tonight.
This one, we did the NL West. I tried to stick over there a little bit. Not on all of them, but I tried to throw some darts over in the NL West.
Okay.
So the first question, I need you to name me a current San Francisco Giant player. We just went over their roster. Now, no looking at it,
I know.
but we went over it. So any active player on the Giants.
I got one.
Okay.
I'll go with one.
Okay, go ahead.
I got
Bryce?
Logan Webb.
Okay, Roy.
I'm gonna go with their catcher Bailey.
I can't flip my screen around, but Bryce, you're out. I have Logan Webb.
Oh, I figured you'd go Willie Adamas.
I almost went Bryce Eldridge, but I didn't think either of you guys.
That's
would pick him.
unbelievable.
I will send a screenshot if you would like, but I'm sorry, you're out. The next question. Current third baseman in Major League Baseball. Everyday third baseman.
I got one.
Go ahead, Bryce. You can still do it, but
Manny Machado.
okay. Roy.
Good one. Nolan Arenado now.
Goodbye, Roy. One question.
You gotta be kidding me.
Nolan Arenado.
I thought there's no way he's going Nolan Arenado.
I'm gonna send a screenshot right now. Don't look at it because it has.
I thought for sure you were going with I was gonna say Ryan McMahon, but I was like, technically he's not I don't know if he'll be an everyday third baseman.
Okay, I just sent it in our chat. No looking because I still want to go over the other questions, but you'll be able to tell that I have all 6 questions already figured out in names. Okay, next one. I need you guys to name me. You guys both lost because I am the GOAT at this game.
Yeah.
Any Rays player in history, as long as they've played one game for the Tampa Bay Rays, counts. If one of you says the same name as me, that is outrageous.
I'm gonna go with my favorite, and will be the show player to play with from the Rays.
Hold on, I haven't thought of mine yet because I'm trying to think. I got 2 or 3.
Bryce?
I used to love him like 2 years ago.
Rays player that you like. I'm trying to think of good Rays players. I mean, I have one, but I don't think
I got one.
I'm gonna be upset if he's not on the Rays.
I mean, if he played there one, or go ahead, Bryce. I'll say it.
Robbie Ray.
I don't think Robbie Ray's ever played for the Rays.
Am I mixing up the Rays with the Blue Jays?
He played for the Blue Jays, so you
That's
have it
what I was
flipped.
thinking, yeah.
Okay, well, Bryce would have been eliminated. Yeah, he won a Cy Young in the Blue Jays.
Yeah,
but
That's what I was thinking. Blue
he
Jays.
never made it. He never made it to the Rays. Go ahead, Roy.
Fred McGriff, the crime dog, man, my boy.
This was a Bryce trap. I put Christopher Morel. I tried to think maybe he'd pick someone who's barely played there. All right, next one.
Boney there too now.
What's that?
Isn't Miles Masterboni there too?
I don't know. I don't know where. I don't know if I know where he's at currently.
I think they're
I need you guys to name me a Cardinals player who's in the Hall of Fame.
Oh,
gosh, what's his name?
I'm trying to think of one that I'll just as I'm out, I'll just name one. That's fine.
I'm picking a Cub, Lee Smith.
Okay, that counts.
Ozzie Smith.
That also counts. I went Bob Gibson. All right.
And the man.
Yep. Next one, number 5. Current switch hitter in the American League.
Current switch hitter in American League.
Anything?
They switch hitters.
Well, give me a minute. I'm still thinking. Jeez, I don't.
Not baseball season, dude. It takes a second.
I know. I'm just switch hitters. I'm thinking switch hitters. Period. In the American League, because nobody does that much anymore.
I can name 3 or 4 without thinking.
Well, you would have got me on this one because I can't think of anybody.
That's embarrassing, Roy.
What do you mean it's embarrassing?
Because we have one.
The Yankees have one. Oh, I got one.
Oh, we're crazy.
Just copy mine, Bryce.
If you think about a team first, it becomes a lot more easier.
Yeah, that's what I just started doing. And
Yeah,
I'm trying to go through.
that's how I do it on these kind of
See,
games.
I don't. I just start thinking players. I should think of teams. I'll go Jason Dominguez.
I didn't pick him, but you're
That is a
welcome.
switch hitter.
Yep.
I don't have. I'll just go with Jason Dominguez as well.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. I don't have him. I went Jose Ramirez. Couple names that I thought Jose Ramirez. I thought Jason Dominguez. I thought Adley Rushman.
That's who I knew the Orioles had one, and I couldn't.
I
decide.
thought
Yeah,
of.
I didn't know.
thought
I
of
thought
the
Adley was just a
MVP
lefty.
runner-up, Cal Raleigh. So there was.
I couldn't.
Oh, I
decide
forgot about Cal Raleigh.
There's a lot more, but those were some of the names that instantly came.
Cal Raleigh was the first name that came to my head, and I just couldn't remember if he was switch or not.
Yep. All right, last one. I'm gonna do this on all of the last questions till we get to MLB season. So we did the NL West. We're gonna work our way to the East. So what's our next division, guys?
Central.
NL Central. So I need you to give me a guy who's played on the Brewers and the Cardinals in the last 10 years. Kind of a little bit of a grid game. Brewers and Cardinals.
Brewers and Cardinals.
To give us a little sneak peek of next week's episode.
I got one. I don't know. I think he did. I think he
Okay.
played for both. Did he?
I don't know if I'm gonna have one for that, but I'll throw a name out.
Okay, go ahead, Bryce.
Robin Young.
No.
Well, he didn't play within the last 10 years.
Oh, you said last 10 years.
But
How
no,
about
that would not
Freddie?
have counted.
How about Freddie? That pitcher.
Ooh, Freddie who? Peralta?
No, last thing. They pitches last year for the Cardinals.
I don't know.
Let me look it up. Hold on.
Sorry, I lagged out. What'd you say?
I'm looking it up. It just
Oh.
Eric Freddie.
Oh, Fetty. Oh.
Fetty.
No.
Did he? I don't know. Yeah, he did.
Was that where he was at before he went overseas?
He went. He played for the Cardinals and the Brewers. I was right.
Okay. I would have had to look that one up. I wouldn't know that. So I know that he came from overseas, but he must have played for the Brewers before he went overseas.
No, he went to Brewers last year.
Oh,
He
was
was
he
the
a
Cardinals
cut?
in 2024, and then Brewers in 2025.
Oh, he must have got cut and then signed there because the Cardinals cut him last year.
Well, I did. I mean, I lost, but
Yeah, no, it's a
that
good
was
pull.
For some reason, that was a name that just kept popped in my head.
My answer was Colton Wong.
Didn't even come across my head.
Yep. I'll tell you what, on Immaculate Grid, Colton Wong is very highly used. It's like an 8%er every time. All right, that's all I got.
Yeah.
So, sorry, you guys
All
couldn't get
right.
the first two rounds, man. I'm just
Dude, it's not baseball season. We don't have. They're like,
I'm going to struggle with anything modern baseball.
Yep.
So,
Hit the like button, subscribe, comment. We'll see you next week. Peace.
see you, everybody.